Hello, hello, welcome back. You know what we're doing today? We're doing, you see, this is still recorded on Saturday. MCC hasn't finished yet. It hasn't even started yet. This is recorded right after the previous video. So, the video discussing MCC will come next week. Or on Saturday, I guess. Uh, it's next week for me, it's Saturday for you guys. So, let's see. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the roster, right? Here's the roster for MCC. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to try to predict which team will win each game. Right? Which team will predict which team will win each game and which players will come first or fifth. And I don't have my notepad with me, even though it's just an app away, but it's pretty much a click away, but I think I'll just talk through it. Let's see. First game, Ace Race. The first nod I have to Ace Race is, of course, the Blue Banshees, because Pete is there. But I think the best Ace Race team here might be Orange, might be Mustard, might be Red. I think Orange takes it though. I think Orange takes it. Or it might be Violet, to be honest. It could be Violet or Fuchsia. Although I don't think Fuchsia will do it because Sam's a new player. And I don't think I can put him ahead of like veterans. So I'll go with Violet, I guess. Or Violet or Orange. Because like all of them are veterans, first of all. Second of all, CPK, you know how dominant he is. But also the Kratzy Mefs Tapple team, I think they will finish early. So yeah, I think those two teams will get what's it called? Also, it's Clouds, right? Yeah, it's Clouds. So I think Pete will come first. I think Dream will come second. I think what? I think Fundy has a shout, CPK has a shout, Puns definitely has a shout, and Illumina has a shout. So I think Pete, Illumina, Dream, Puns, H-Bomb is my guess for top 5. Next up, Battle Box. The most PvP team here is Red, Orange, Mustard. I think Mustard will win this one. I think Mustard will win this one. I think Sapnap, Dream. I think Pete has a shout too. So maybe like Sapnap, Dream, Pete. Like Kratzy, or maybe Tapel, and maybe one of Red is in the top 5. Because it's just PvP. And big sales at Build Mart. I think Green has a really good shout. Blue has a really good shout. Violet has a really good shout. Lime is pretty good, I think, and Orange I think is still pretty good. I don't know how Red will do. I think Cyan will do fine. I think Aqua will do fine. Fuchsia, no idea. I have no idea how good Sam is, so we'll see. And I can't do top 5 for that one because it's a team game. Grid Runners. Who do I think will come first in Grid Runners? Violet. I'll be honest with you, this team being LAN, maybe I'm overrating LAN, right? But that team being LAN means their communication will be perfect because they can hear each other. So they can just do that. And I think Blue will have a really good time in Grid Runners. Maybe Aqua, maybe Green. Lime, I have no idea. Maybe even Mustard. Mustard might have a really good time in Grid Runners. Orange Juices, they'll be practicing. I know they will. So we'll see how that one goes. Maybe in Red. Like, pretty much every team has almost an equal chance at Grid Runners, depending on the games, right? Hole in the wall. Hole in the wall, huh? I think Red has a pretty good shout. I think Phil is pretty good at hole in the wall. Pete, of course. Last time Ranbu got first, so Cyan might have a really good chance. Illumina, Mr. 65 hours in a practice server. Uh, not 65 hours, 65 minutes. Uh, again, Orange must be in all of this because, it's not like Tapal hasn't won a round before. I don't think. I think he's won a round before. Let's see. H-Bomb, of course, always a really good shout. Dream, maybe he'll get his first win. George has won before. No idea how the other two will do. Yeah, and Aqua with Enfrost and Puns, of course. And then what's next? Parkour Tag. Parkour Tag. Obviously, Dream's team needs a shout. Sapnap's team needs a shout. I think the Lime team will do pretty well in there too. Maybe maybe the blue team can do pretty well. I think Aqua will do very well. Orange, of course, I need to shout out Orange and Red. I think the best team will be Fuchsia. I think the second best team will be like Red and then Mustard. And then Cyan, and then Orange. I think top 5, Dream, Sapnap, Pete, Illumina, and maybe like one of Orange will do pretty well. Or maybe one of Red. Maybe Phil could get his top 5 back, I don't know. Next up is, what's next? Next up is Sands of Time. Obviously, green and blue needs a shout because of H-Bomb and Pete, respectively. Fuchsia needs a shout because of Dream's a really good runner. Violet, I think, will do pretty well. Cyan, pretty much every team here could do pretty well in Sands of Time. I think they need to explain to Nelly how the game works. They need to explain to Sam how the game works. Orange Juices, I think Gizzy will be Sandkeeper, I guess. The other 3. These 3 running is, I think it's busted. Red, who will be Sandkeeper on Red is my question. Maybe Tommy will try Sandkeeping. Mustard Mummies. Sylvie, Scott will be Sandkeeper, and the other 3 will run. So they have a really good shot too. I think green, fuchsia, blue, or mustard and orange will be the top 5 on this game. Maybe cyan actually, because Wilbur's a really good Sandkeeper too. So Sky Battle. Sky Battle, huh? Sky Battle's really interesting because anyone can pop off at Sky Battle. Just take a look at green the past 2 events or so, right? You know what? I'm doing a pretty bold move here. I think green will do really well again. I think green will do really well. Pete might do really well. I really want to see him take back the record from, the 15 fastest kills, and how he set, and how like Pete has like 5 and the Void has like 6 or 7. I want to see him take back that record for the fastest kills. Fuchsia, Frankensteins, I think they have pretty good chance. Violet, maybe. Aqua Abominations, Puns will carry that. Cyan, as long as Ranbu doesn't fall way too early, they should be pretty well off. Lime, maybe, I think they will play defensive. We'll see. You'll see what happens here because I'm just rambling because the event hasn't happened yet. It happens in an hour. But you know what happens. You know what happens already. I might be completely wrong here. To get to the other side, is going to be dominated by. I think Fuchsia will have a pretty good shout. Cyan, Orange, of course. I think Red is pretty good depending on the games. I think Mustard is pretty good too. The rest of these depends on like 1 or 2 people. Like for example, Orange really depends on Gizzy how well he does. Like Lime depends on Nelly to know what she does. Green, I think it depends on Nikki. Aqua, Gumi, or Shovel, because I have no idea how any of them do in like to get to the other side. And I think that'll be the team that dominates. I think Fuchsia will do well, Blue might do well, Cyan will do pretty well, Orange, Mustard, and Red, I guess. Next up is Dodgebolt. If it comes to Dodgebolt, Fuchsia I think has a really good chance of winning. I think Blue with Pete might have a chance of winning. I really want to see Cyan win, of course. And I want to see this team win again. This team will definitely have a really good shot. Orange will have a really good shot. Red really depends on how their accuracy and dodging are. Well, obviously it depends on that, but I mean they're very inconsistent. Yeah. I think this team will, Violet has been practicing. I think a lot of the teams have been practicing. The event starts in an hour, and I want to see how they do. So let me prepare for that. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.